fifth sentence, whisper that breaks reality, and relentless hammer three's pause tone. Iron turns to dust, steel becomes rust. Everything man builds from metal eventually succumbs to entropy. Oxidation devours structures. Corrosion destroys monuments. Time conquers all. It's the universal law. Except this monument.
Delhi, India, Qutb Minar Complex. In the heart of a chaotic metropolis of 32 million people, rises an enigma forged in iron. 7 meters tall, 6.5 tons in weight, a monolithic column that defies explanation. Erected in the year 402, when the Roman Empire still dominated the Western world. 16 complete centuries, 584,400 exact days of exposure to the elements, torrential rains of Indian monsoons, corrosive industrial pollution, extreme heat exceeding 52 degrees Celsius, thermal variations that expand and contract metal until it cracks. Around it, Delhi exploded from a medieval village to a modern mega-metropolis. Iron and steel buildings constructed decades ago already show signs of rust, but it remains completely unchanged. Its surface reflects light like polished mirror, defying basic physics, elementary chemistry, time itself. How is this possible? What did they know that we don't?
This is the natural molecular death of iron. At atomic scale, a microscopic war happens constantly. Oxygen molecules attack like predators. They steal electrons from iron atoms. Solid metal transforms into powdery oxide. Strength literally becomes nothing. But this pillar breaks all known rules of chemistry. It developed a molecular barrier that continuously self-repairs, a microscopic passive layer of mesahawite, unique iron phosphorus crystals that block oxidation like a regenerative shield. Dr. Bala Subramaniam from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, 2003. After months of spectrographic analysis, the shocking discovery: phosphorus composition at exactly 0.25%, not 0.24%, not 0.26%, exactly 1/4%. A variation of just 1/10 would be catastrophic failure. They got the perfect formula right on the first try, 1,600 years ago. 6.5 tons of pure iron, forged not as multiple welded pieces, but as a single monolithic piece. No detectable welds, no visible joints, no structural flaws. How did they achieve this extraordinary feat? Forge welding, the most challenging technique of ancient metallurgy, requires millimeter synchronization between dozens of artisans, each piece heated to 1400 degrees Celsius, temperature where iron glows like a small sun, hammered simultaneously by multiple blacksmiths until complete molecular fusion. A timing error of seconds? Fatal crack runs through entire structure. Temperature error of 50 degrees? Liquid metal explosion kills entire team. 5th century of our era. Golden age of the Gupta Empire, when India was the scientific center of the world. The same master blacksmiths who forged this pillar created surgical scalpels of sub-millimeter precision, ceremonial blades that maintain cutting edge for entire decades. They weren't primitives experimenting with fire. They were iron scientists, mastering secrets that took us 15 centuries to rediscover. The pillar wasn't a lucky experiment, it was the definitive masterpiece of a millennial tradition. 1996, University of Roorkee first official attempt to replicate the Enigma. Team led by Dr. Rajesh Sharma. State-of-the-art equipment, computerized furnaces, total confidence. Phosphorus calibrated with pharmaceutical precision, temperature controlled by electronic sensors, conditions theoretically more perfect than any 5th century forge could dream of. Result? Spectacular collapse. In exactly 21 days, cracks appeared. In 6 weeks, visible oxidation. The 2001 attempt by Tata Institute in Mumbai lasted only 18 days. In 2005, the prestigious CSIR National Metallurgical Laboratory failed in 25 days. Cambridge University, 2009, saw deterioration in just 2 weeks. Korea Advanced Institute, 2012, didn't last beyond 12 days. 15 documented attempts across 5 continents, million-dollar budgets, 21st century technology, success rate absolute 0. We can analyze every atom individually, but there's a variable in the ancestral technique that we cannot identify. They mastered something we've completely lost. 2 possible explanations for this phenomenon that defies modern physics. Astronomically remote statistical coincidence, or a lost civilization that mastered advanced metallurgy. Centuries of refined empirical knowledge. Physical evidence points decisively in one direction. It wasn't remote cosmic luck. It was buried scientific mastery. 2018's a definitive scientific breakthrough. Transmission electron microscopy finally reveals extraordinary internal structure. Not just correct chemical composition, but molecular architecture that defies modern metallurgy. Iron crystalline grains organized in geometric pattern, never seen in modern metallurgy. Each individual crystal mathematically oriented for maximum structural resistance. Each grain contributing to collective shielding like cells of a coordinated organism. It wasn't simply correct chemical ally. It was deliberate molecular architecture. The difference between randomly mixing ingredients and composing perfect atomic harmony. 1,600 years after being forged, it remains as irrefutable physical evidence, not of remote cosmic luck, not of inexplicable chemical accident, of profound scientific knowledge that our civilization still cannot equal. The ancestral tradition didn't die completely. Precious fragments survive hidden in remote rural workshops. Masters forgotten by modern history. Techniques transmitted from generation to generation through respectful silence. Knowledge awaiting rediscovery by minds humble enough to learn from ancestors. The Delhi pillar is a definitive question forged in indestructible iron. Not just how they did it, but what other monumental scientific secrets await discovery, not in distant stars, but in our own buried past. Every lost civilization left at least one technical enigma, an artifact that humbles modern arrogance. Oracle's Codex exists to investigate all of them. Subscribe now. Your insatiable curiosity is our next weapon against historical ignorance. The next mystery awaits our investigation.